everyone, I'm here today with a fun video called Buy This, Not That. I was asked by my friend Melissa, or Mel MPHS here on YouTube. She does this really great series called Buy This, Not That, and it's showing like a high-end version and a drugstore version, and basically saying buy the drugstore version, it's just as good, less expensive versus the high end. So I have a bunch of products here that I'm super excited to share with you guys, and honestly a lot of them are interchangeable. The drugstore I actually like better in most of these cases. So basically my feelings on these products are that I either love them, the drugstore and the high end equally, or I love the drugstore more than the high end. So I have quite a few and I want to share them with you. So the first I have here are two primers. One is the Nars Pro Prime Pore Refining Primer. It comes with, I believe, 1 fluid ounce, and the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm. This comes with 3.3 fluid ounces. The price of the Nars one is $35 at Sephora. The price of the Nivea Post Shave Balm is about between $6 and $8, depending on where you get it. Target, Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, any of those places. Honestly, I prefer the Nivea one better. I feel the texture is completely the same between the two. They're both a very kind of like jelly, milky, this is the Nivea. It's just a very light, kind of milky, light texture, very wet feeling, and I feel like the Nivea one blends into the skin a little bit better. It provides like a little bit more of a smoother base for me, and I believe that it's like a little bit more tacky, so it really helps cling to your foundation and keep your foundation sticking on your face. Plus this is a sensitive formula and it works for all different types of skin types, and I just love the way that it feels on the skin, and I love the way my makeup applies over it. The Nars Pro Prime is basically the same sort of consistency. You can see there it is a white, very thin, liquidy consistency. When I blend it in, it gives the same kind of hydrated look to the skin. I just feel like this one doesn't have the same tack that this one does, and I don't feel like this really fills in my pores. So as far as being a pore perfecting primer, I don't feel like it does that. Anything for my pores is usually more of a thicker silicone texture, like the Benefit Professional or the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. So as far as this claiming to prime my pores, I don't really see that it does that. This does what I feel is a better job of evening out the texture of my skin and not having things cling to my pores. So if it were between the two, this one is $35, this one is between $6 and $8. You get 3 times more product than you do here, and I would pick the Nivea over this one. So I'd say buy this and pass on that one. Okay, so the next is a setting powder. The first one is the Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder from Nars, and the Master Fix by Face Studios for Maybelline. So these two powders are setting powders. They're great for under the eyes. They brighten, they set your concealer, they kind of fill in pores, and just kind of, they're just white translucent powders. Now this one is the pressed version. It does come in the loose version. They're both $37. The amount of product in here and here is basically the same. This is 0.24 ounces. This is 0.21 ounces. This is $37. This is $10, sometimes cheaper if you can get a 40% off or a buy one get one free, buy one get one half off. Depending on where you go, Target's always a little bit cheaper. So this is about $10. This is about $37. I have not tried the loose version of this, but I have tried obviously the pressed version. To me, this creates a pretty significant white cast on my skin, and I don't find it's like the smoothest powder ever. It's nice and it does like a decent job brightening, but I find that I love this one even more. I love it for setting my under eyes. I love it for setting my T-zone. I don't get a very like bright white cast, but it does set everything really nicely. I feel these are comparable, if not the drugstore version is better. And the price point, you're basically getting this for 1/4 of what you pay for the Nars, and you're basically just paying for the name, when I feel this works just as good, if not better. So I would buy the Maybelline Master Fix Loose Setting Powder over the Nars one. I just think that To me, I really can't see a difference between the two products other than the price, and I just prefer this. I like it a lot. So I prefer this one and buy this and pass on that one. This is the Nars Larger Than Life liner. This is in the color Via Veneto, but the color I'm wanting to talk about is Rue Bonaparte, which is the nude, and this is the Makeup Geek nude liner. And honestly, I've been playing with these Makeup Geek ones for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and they literally glide onto the waterline so nicely, where I find the Nars ones are really patchy and a bit dry, so they're not as creamy, they're not as like smooth, and I don't know, they don't glide as well onto my waterline, they drag a little bit. These retail for $25. The Makeup Geek ones retail for $9. I have the black one on my waterline right now. And if you want to see a tutorial for this look, I will link it down below as soon as it's up. If it's already up, it'll be linked down below. But you'll see in that video just how smoothly the black one glides on. And I've noticed that all of the colors glide on just as nice. I have a few different tutorials where I'm using many of the different colors that are coming up here in the next couple weeks. I've used the purples, the blues, the like burgundy color and the black in videos, and they just glide on so beautifully. $9, $25, honestly, smoother, creamier, lasts longer than this one does. So in this case, I would definitely pick these Makeup Geek ones over the Nars ones. All right, the next is a brow pencil. This is one that I've loved for years. It's the Anastasia Brow Wiz. These retail for $21, but the one I would recommend buying over the Anastasia one simply because I don't notice a difference in the formula, the wear time, or anything. The colors are just as great, but this is $10, and it's the NYX Micro Brow. And they both have a spoolie, they both have the fine tip pencil. They're great. I don't notice a difference. If you handed me the Anastasia one or the NYX one and you had taken all the labeling off of it, I would not be able to tell you which one is which. They are interchangeable to me. They have the same amount of product, and the only difference is this one is $10 and this one is $21. And NYX is found frequently at Ulta for buy one, get one 50% off or 40% off. They're always doing deals, and you just can get it so much cheaper, and I can't tell a difference. So I would pick the NYX one over the Anastasia one. And then the last one is the Stila liner versus the L'Oreal Super Slim liner. They are both felt tips. This one retails for $22, and it has 0.016 fluid ounces. This one from L'Oreal retails for about $10, and it has twice as much product at 0.034. And honestly, I love this one more than the Stila one. I find the Stila one has a little bit more sheen to it versus a nice matte. I am currently wearing the L'Oreal one, and I just think it's so great. Lasts just as long. I don't find that it smudges. I don't find that it wears off. And I like the handle on the L'Oreal one better. So the L'Oreal one is right here. This is the Stila. I find the Stila tends to fray quite a bit, and then it doesn't make for a very even line. I did swatch them right here. This one is the L'Oreal, and this one is the Stila one. Both of them are a very dark, dark black, but I find that this one is just a little bit easier to use. It doesn't fray as much, and you get twice as much product for basically half the price. So it's a no-brainer to me that you would pick the L'Oreal one over the Stila. Alright guys, so that is my buy this, not that video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like these kind of videos, please let me know in the comments down below or thumbs up this video. I was really excited that Melissa asked me to do this video with her because I've always loved this concept idea of like the buy this, not that, the drugstore version versus the high-end, and why people like one or the other, or if they're just kind of interchangeable and you can't tell the difference, because I think there are so many great products at the drugstore that are just as good, if not better, than high-end stuff. So if you want to see more of these videos, please give this video a thumbs up and comment in the description box below. Don't forget to check out Melissa's video. I will link her channel and her video down below. Let her know that I sent you if you're not already subscribed to her channel, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!